Have you ever wondered why we see lions on royal crests, or why black cats are considered bad luck in some cultures and good luck in others? From the dawn of civilization, animals have been more than just creatures sharing our planet. They've been gods, monsters, guides, and symbols, woven into the very fabric of our myths, legends, and cultural identities. Today, we're embarking on a global safari through time to uncover the incredible stories of animals in mythology and culture. Let's start our journey in ancient Egypt, a civilization inextricably linked with the animal kingdom. The Egyptians saw divinity in the creatures around them. Think of Anubis, the jackal-headed god who guided souls to the afterlife. Jackals were often seen scavenging in cemeteries, which the Egyptians interpreted as them protecting the dead. Then there's Bastet, the elegant cat goddess, a symbol of home, fertility, and protection. Cats were so revered that harming one, even accidentally, could result in a death sentence. And of course, the mighty Sobek, the crocodile god, represented the power and fertility brought by the Nile River. For the Egyptians, these weren't just stories. They were a way to understand the forces of nature and their place within the cosmos. Now, let's fly over to the majestic mountains and sprawling lands of China. Here, animals are not just deities but powerful symbols within a complex system of philosophy and cosmology. The dragon, or long, is perhaps the most iconic. Unlike the fire-breathing monsters of Western lore, the Chinese dragon is a benevolent creature, a master of water and weather, symbolizing power, good fortune, and strength. It's a symbol of the emperor himself. On the other end of the spectrum is the phoenix, or feng wang, representing beauty, good luck, and the empress. Together, the dragon and phoenix symbolize the perfect marriage and yang-yang harmony. We also can't forget the animals of the Chinese zodiac, a 12-year cycle where each year is represented by an animal, believed to influence the personality and destiny of those born under it. Are you a clever rat, a loyal dog, or a powerful tiger? Crossing the Pacific, we arrive in the Americas, where Native American cultures hold deep spiritual connections with the animal world. Here, animals are seen as brothers, teachers, and spirit guides. The eagle, soaring high in the sky, is a sacred messenger, carrying prayers to the Creator. Its feathers are considered a great honor to receive. The wolf is often seen as a teacher and a pathfinder, admired for its intelligence and strong family bonds. The bear symbolizes strength, introspection, and healing power, often associated with shamans and medicine people. For many tribes, specific animals are linked to clans, and their stories, passed down through generations in oral traditions, teach vital lessons about community, survival, and respect for the natural world. Let's journey north to the rugged lands of the Norse. Viking mythology is filled with formidable and fascinating creatures. At the center of their cosmos is Yggdrasil, the world tree, which is home to many animals. An eagle sits at its top, a serpent gnaws at its roots, and a squirrel, Ratatoska, scurries up and down, carrying insults between them, representing the eternal strife in the universe. Odin, the Allfather, is accompanied by his two ravens, Hugin and Munethort in memory, who fly across the world each day to bring him news. And who could forget Fenrir, the giant wolf, destined to bring about Ragnarok, the end of the world. For the Norse, these animals weren't just characters. They embodied cosmic principles of chaos, order, knowledge, and destiny. Now, let's sail to the vibrant subcontinent of India, where Hinduism presents a rich tapestry of animal symbolism. Many Hindu gods are associated with specific animal vahanas, or vehicles. Ganesha, the remover of obstacles, famously rides a mouse, symbolizing the need to control, desire, and ego. Vishnu, the preserver, rests upon the giant serpent Shisha, and his eagle-like vahana, Garuda, is a sworn enemy of snakes. Perhaps most sacred of all is the cow. Revered as a symbol of life, nourishment, and selfless giving, the cow is considered a maternal figure, and harming one is a grave sin. This reverence for all life is a cornerstone of Hindu philosophy, illustrating a deep understanding of ecological interdependence. Even in our modern world, these ancient connections endure. Think about our national animals, the American bald eagle, the Russian bear, the British lion. These aren't just random choices. They are symbols of the qualities we want our nations to embody: freedom, strength, and courage. We use animal metaphors every day. Wise as an owl, sly as a fox, strong as an ox. Our sports teams are named after fierce predators, the tigers, the bears, the panthers, to invoke a sense of power and competitive spirit. The stories may have changed, but our fundamental need to connect with the animal kingdom remains. From the divine cats of Egypt to the wise wolves of North America, from the benevolent dragons of China to the cosmic creatures of Norse myth, animals have helped humanity make sense of the world and our place within it. They reflect our greatest fears, our highest aspirations, and our deepest connections to the natural world. They are the characters and the stories we tell ourselves about who we are. So the next time you see a spider spinning its web or hear an owl hoot in the night, take a moment. Remember the millennia of stories, myths, and beliefs that connect us to them. They are more than just animals. They are living, breathing pieces of our collective human story. Thank you so much for joining me on this mythological journey today. If you enjoyed exploring these incredible stories, please hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into our shared culture and history. We'd love to have you in our community. Until next time, stay curious. Have you ever looked at a lion and seen more than just a big cat, or wondered why owls are considered so wise? Throughout history, animals haven't just been our companions or a source of food. They've been powerful symbols, gods, and messengers woven into the very fabric of our cultures and mythologies. Today, we're embarking on a journey across continents and through centuries to uncover the incredible stories of animals in our collective imagination. Get ready to see the animal kingdom like never before. Let's start with one of the most revered creatures in history, the lion. In ancient Egypt, the lion was a symbol of incredible power and royalty. The Great Sphinx of Giza, with its lion's body and human head, has guarded the pyramids for thousands of years, representing strength and wisdom. This wasn't just about physical might. The lioness goddess, Sekhmet, was both a fearsome warrior and a powerful healer, showing the dual nature of power, its ability to protect as well as to destroy. This deep respect for lions wasn't unique to Egypt. Across Africa and into Asia, the king of the beasts has always been a symbol of courage, leadership, and divinity. Now, let's fly from the sun-drenched savannas to the mystical forests of Europe, where the wolf roams. The wolf often gets a bad rap. Think the big bad wolf. But its story is far more complex. In Norse mythology, the great god Odin was accompanied by two wolves, Jerry and Freki, whose names mean the ravenous and the greedy. They were his loyal companions, representing the raw, untamed aspects of nature and warfare. But the most famous wolf story comes from ancient Rome. The city's legendary founders, Romulus and Remus, were said to have been abandoned as infants and saved by a she-wolf who nursed them. Here, the wolf is a symbol of maternal instinct and survival, the fierce protector of a future empire. So, the wolf isn't just a villain, it's a founder, a companion, and a powerful force of nature. Slithering into our next story is the snake. Few animals evoke such a strong, polarized reaction. For many in Western cultures, the snake is a symbol of temptation and deceit, thanks to the story of the Garden of Eden. But travel to the East, and the narrative completely changes. In Hinduism, the Naga are divine, serpent-like beings that can be both benevolent and powerful. The great god Vishnu is often depicted resting on the coils of Ananta, the infinite serpent, who represents timelessness and cosmic energy. In ancient Greece, snakes were associated with healing. The rod of Asclepius, a snake-entwined staff, is still a symbol of medicine today. This shows us how a single animal can represent vastly different concepts: poison and medicine, temptation and divinity, death and rebirth, all wrapped up in one scaly package. Let's take to the skies and talk about birds, our feathered messengers between the earthly and the divine. The eagle, with its incredible eyesight and ability to soar to great heights, has been a symbol of power and freedom for countless cultures. For Native American tribes, the eagle's feathers are sacred, carrying prayers to the Great Spirit. In ancient Rome, the eagle, or aquila, was the standard of the Roman legions, a symbol of the empire's might and its connection to the god Jupiter. On the other side of the spectrum is the owl. Its nocturnal habits and silent flight have linked it to the mysterious and the magical. In ancient Greece, the owl was the companion of Athena, the goddess of wisdom, which is why we still associate owls with intelligence today. But in other cultures, the owl's hoot in the night was seen as a foreboding omen. Now, let's dive deep into the ocean to meet the majestic whale. For many coastal and indigenous communities, whales are not just massive sea creatures. They are ancient spirits of the ocean, keepers of history and knowledge. In the Mbori culture of New Zealand, the story of Pakia tells of an ancestor who rode a whale to a new land, establishing a new lineage. The whale, in this context, is a savior, a guide, and a sacred ancestor. These whale rider traditions highlight a deep spiritual connection and respect for these gentle giants, viewing them as guardians of the sea and transporters between the physical and spiritual worlds. This reverence reminds us of a time when humanity saw itself not as the master of nature, but as a part of it. Finally, we can't discuss mythical animals without mentioning one that was born entirely from our imagination: the dragon. What's fascinating is how this mythical beast appears in cultures that had no contact with each other. In Europe, dragons are typically fire-breathing, treasure-hoarding monsters that heroes must slay. They represent greed and chaos, a great evil to be overcome. But fly to East Asia, and you'll find a completely different creature. The Chinese dragon, or Loam, is a benevolent and wise being. It's a symbol of luck, prosperity, and imperial power, a divine creature that controls water and rainfall. It's not a beast to be slain, but a spirit to be revered. The dragon shows the incredible power of human imagination to create a creature that embodies our greatest fears in one part of the world, and our highest hopes in another. From the lion's roar to the dragon's flight, animals in mythology are a mirror reflecting our own values, fears, and aspirations. They are symbols of power, wisdom, chaos, and order. They teach us about the natural world and our place within it. These stories, passed down through generations, are more than just old tales. They are a testament to the deep, unbreakable bond between humans and the animal kingdom, a bond built on respect, awe, and a shared journey on this planet. They remind us that every creature, big or small, real or imagined, has a story to tell. Thank you so much for joining me on this mythological safari today. Which animal's story fascinates you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure into the world's most incredible stories. Until next time, stay curious.